With this energy of I have a lot of gratitude for you, I am hearing you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. So you got this person feeling all mushy inside. They have definitely caught feelings for you, and these feelings are intensifying by the day. This is somebody that it feels like is thinking back on the moment that they met you, the day that they met you, and there may have been like a series of events that took place that put them in a place that they wouldn't normally be. So it's kind of like if I had made a different decision, if someone else had showed up that day, if I'd gone somewhere else, if I'd done anything different, I would have missed that encounter with you. I would have missed that opportunity with you. And so there's a lot of gratitude that they are almost thinking about at this particular point in time, because it feels like when you met they were sort of frustrated. They weren't supposed to be in that place. It was almost like they were thinking like, great, okay, my day's been sort of ruined, and I'm having to do this, or I'm having to be here, or maybe there was some kind of like a setback that had occurred, like a wrench in their plans that had happened, and then you walk through the door. Then they encountered you. You ended up in that same place and might have been asking yourself, what am I even doing here? And so, whatever the case is, whatever the details are, as far as that initial point of like meeting one another, that kind of accidental or serendipitous meeting, this is somebody that has a lot of gratitude for that. They are thanking their lucky stars that it was like a happy accident connecting with you when they did, because they have enjoyed every moment of getting to know you, even times where it feels like the intensity of these feelings, because this person definitely has feelings for you. This is definitely somebody that's falling in love with you. They may even say, I'm already in love with you, I have fallen in love with you, I just haven't said that out loud yet. So there could have been times where it's like, as those feelings came online, as those feelings developed, they may have sort of stopped themselves and like, whoa, this is happening too fast. It feels like I'm getting kind of carried away. It feels too intense. Like if I sort of give into this, if I lean into this, it's going to totally knock me off balance in my life. They may have needed to confront certain like fears, certain insecurities, maybe even like fears of commitment, or a sense of almost like too good to be true, like the energy of too good to be true may have been a factor for this person at various points in your connection so far, that this is somebody at this point that's like, I don't want to feed life into that energy of doubt any further, because I am certain that like fate or destiny has brought us together for a very particular reason, and I am so grateful that that has happened, because you continue to surprise me with just how like wonderful and unique you are. You continue to amaze me in terms of the ways that you like bring these feelings up from deep inside, feelings that I didn't think I'd feel for anyone ever again, or that I'd never felt for anyone before. And even when that has been scary or very overwhelming, and I've needed to take some time, I haven't been very consistent, or I've sort of tumbled back into myself, I am able to rise to the occasion and find you. Not like you are just sort of sitting around twiddling your thumbs, you got no self esteem, so you're just kind of like waiting in this pick me energy. But it's like, even if you've had to kind of move forward, hold on to healthy boundaries and just sort of like, okay, I'm not going to chase who's not choosing me. And you've given this person though the opportunity to like rise to the occasion, to redeem themselves, to kind of up level in a certain way, and to connect with you more deeply once again in the 3D. This is something that they are very grateful for. Any kind of like times where there has been silence, or where doubts have kind of pulled them back, caused them to pull their energy back, they have felt very connected with you, almost like a companion light, as they have been stumbling around within the darkness within themselves, within their own fears, kind of like conquering their demons, vanquishing those shadows, kind of like reaching for that light of connection with you. They have felt very deeply connected to you this whole time, whether you've been communicating or even during periods of silence. And it is that full spectrum experience, both in the 3D and in kind of the higher realms, that is creating certainty within this person of like, I want to continue to deepen our bond with one another. I want to participate more than I have up to this point in time. I want to hold that shining light of gratitude at the forefront of efforts that I make, words that I say, experiences that we have with one another. We also have I'm not used to a connection like this, so I run. So you have definitely sparked or activated something within this person that was very unexpected. Feelings that came on very quickly. You may also be connecting with them so deeply on an energetic level, you're activating their chakras. And this could be somebody that wasn't thinking in terms of energies, chakras before. Now they are. They are now very aware of their energetic body, not just in terms of like times where they connect with you, and that connection goes more than just in the emotional level. It goes more than surface level, more than skin deep. This is something where this person is like able to perceive, like sacral chakra activations, that kundalini energy, that kundalini fire kind of like rising up the chakra tree, everything coming online, heart chakra opening and expansion as these feelings deepen, and they are able to, not just have like material experiences and exchanges with you, but it's something that they feel it kind of trickle in and sort of sparkle through the wholeness of them, putting their awareness towards these kind of like aspects of themselves that they've never given consideration to before. This is something that may also be getting a lot of downloads, a lot of just kind of like even sort of visions of a potential future between the two of you, or past life visions if it's like a past life soulmate, something where their third eye is very active. There could be a lot of telepathy, a lot of exchange between the two of you that at first had been sort of like passive on their part. They were almost kind of like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's happening. So they just sort of sat and observed. This is somebody that feels like they may be trying to like send you telepathic messages. They're utilizing that little telephone in their mind, in the third eye rather, to have these exchanges with you as kind of almost that energy of like a companion light as they have moved and navigated through certain darkness within themselves. It's like they are reaching you in that space. It's beyond just self-talk. It's like this energetic exchange between the two of you, feeling your energy respond, or like they've reached out to you with their third eye, and maybe like you send them a message, their phone goes off and there's a text from you, there's a DM, there's something that is providing this person kind of confirmations like, okay, there's something happening between the two of us that goes far beyond just like words we are exchanging verbally, or like we're typing back and forth like this. They're recognizing that there is something extraordinary, otherworldly and extraordinary that's happening between the two of you. And so the intensity of that, it feels like, has required this person to sort of take some time to observe, take it all in. We also have, when we first met, I just always had this feeling about you. So again, there's the energy of nostalgia, thinking back on early days of your connection, early conversations, able to really pick out details, the uniqueness, even kind of like synchronicities that had sort of led them to that kind of right place, right time, that at the time they had thought it was almost sort of like not the place they wanted to be, or it was like they stumbled into a situation, or other people, things like fell through with them, and so they ended up somewhere that they wouldn't normally be, or that they didn't have to be, or that they shouldn't be, and their mood was like really low. They were really frustrated. They were kind of like not operating at a very high vibration, and then you walked in the room, then you came into their life, then that event led to like something else that happened, and they connected with you, and it's like everything shifted. Their whole life kind of like a light switch turned on from that day, and it has changed their view of things, their experience of these things from that point to where the two of you are in this connection right now. And so there's a sense of them thinking like, I'm really glad that things kind of like worked out, like the happy accident happened, in order to be able to kind of bring us together. This is somebody that might also be kind of looking at the idea of like, yeah, it feels like we were divinely guided. It was some act of providence that has brought us face to face with one another. There is this serendipity that has occurred. Like that has not escaped their kind of awareness or their notice. They may also be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities right now that are relating to you, to this connection. Nudges from their spirit team, from God, from their angels, from their higher self, from the two of you and those kind of higher realms, like communicating energetically, that are encouraging this person to continue to be open-minded, to open their energy, open their heart, open their life, open their experience, to what can happen, what more can happen between the two of you. We also have, I've been expanding my spiritual knowledge. Yeah, so they're definitely looking into, the idea possibly of like soulmates. That may be something that is like a term that they're comfortable with, or, that they're kind of like exploring that. Could we be soulmates? Is that how you explain this? Because it feels like it's something beyond just ordinary connection, ordinary love. Like this is somebody who's been in love before. They've had intense experiences with people before, but nothing like this. This is almost something where even in periods of time where they've had to kind of pull their energy back or they become very overwhelmed, it's not just kind of like, okay, I faced my fears and I asked for another chance. I tried to work on something between the two of us. I tried to redeem myself. There's almost something where this person has gone through upgrades. They've up leveled in some sort of way. There have been things that have like changed about them as a byproduct of these points of intersection between the two of you, where there is this kind of exchange, there is this intensity, and then it becomes too much and they're having to pull their energy back. Maybe there's been times where you've pulled your energy back, you've been triggered. Like that exchange between the two of you has hit certain energetic blocks within. You've each needed to kind of like go in your own corners, to do that internal work, or to face certain fears, or just to let the power of this exchange between the two of you kind of like get your energy systems ready for that deeper point of connection with one another. And if that's the case, this person is definitely consciously looking at that, seeing that this is something that is beyond the ordinary. But other than being the kind of thing that it's like, ooh, this is out of the ordinary, it's mysterious, I don't want anything to do with that, it has sparked a curiosity. Like, I need answers, I need solutions, I have to satisfy my logical mind because my body is deeply drawn to you. My energy is deeply drawn to you. I don't want to miss out on a single little nuanced aspect of this connection, what it is, what it means, what it could be between the two of us. Because this is somebody that sees there's so much more than just like ordinary love or like an ordinary partnership that's possible between the two of you. But it requires them like diving deeper, expanding their perceptions on many, many things in order to be able to kind of like meet you on your level. If you're like a very spiritually oriented, very spiritually knowledgeable person, or even just so they are able to kind of sustain contact with you in that higher experience of kind of like rising into love as opposed to falling in love. We also have, you influence me in ways no one ever has. So it feels like this is something where normally this person is like extra cautious as far as like who they promise themselves to, who they get into a relationship with. This could be somebody that, has faced a lot of maybe recent kind of like it seemed like the right thing until it wasn't, and circumstances that were kind of just like, waste of time, long-term talking stages that didn't really lead to anything. So their discernment is really like heightened, or it was like when you first met them. But there's something that despite kind of the intensity of these feelings that have come on and the, kind of subtle connection, the energetic connection between the two of you, this is somebody that is like, I want to find a way to be very proactive, to like rush forward through whatever this process is of like adjusting my energy, connecting with you more deeply, because I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. I feel like I am becoming almost a more well-rounded version of myself, not materially speaking, but it's almost like, again, kind of aware of their energy, aware of the idea of energetic connections, soul connections, even the idea of a soulmate. That might have just been kind of like a random term, like an empty word for them before. They had like a vague concept of what that would be, like, oh, a really great love story, like a really deep partnership, like two people that are just really into one another. The reality of it is they are experiencing it now at this point in time. It's taken on like a whole new meaning for this person. They might even be exploring the possibility of like a twin flame connection, and that is giving a lot of resonance to them. Those ideas are making sense. And so this again feels to be something that it's kind of like, this is next level, this is different than anything I've ever experienced, anything I've known before. There's some part of them that is like, I'm guessing you're feeling something like that, we're going through the same shared experience. And so this is somebody that, despite the fact that it may be kind of intense for them, it's hard for them to kind of just maintain this constancy with you energetically at this particular point in time, or in recently. This is something where they definitely have their sights set on kind of like overcoming sort of that hurdle to continue to rise to the occasion, to meet you, to evolve with you, and to create more closeness between the two of you. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.